The saddest part about this whole thing is I shot the whole video right now in my Rivian, Spanish and English. And in English, the whole thing cut up right in the middle of it because I ran out of storage because I was apparently yapping like a crazy person. So here you go. Here I am, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Talk About Cars. My name is Alejandro Solomon, and today I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a garage update why I'm going to be swapping my Rivian for the new Cybertruck. And a lot of you are going to say, dude, it's because you're such a fucking Elon Musk fanboy. And you might be right. But we're going to get into that right now. I have a really nice comparison. I'm coming from a place where I own Rivian. I own Rivian stock. I own a Rivian. I like both companies a lot. I legitimately, and this is a disclaimer, right? I own Rivian stock. I keep buying more. And the fact that I'll be selling my Rivian, not to get the Cybertruck, I'm going to get the Cybertruck and probably have them at the same time to also do a little show and put it side by side. But the reality is, I'm not selling my Rivian because I'm losing faith in the company. I'm selling my Rivian because I want the fucking Cybertruck more than anything in this world. So that's mostly the reason why I'll be selling the Rivian. This is going to be also the last Let's Talk About Cars that I do here. Well, not really, but pretty much we're going to go back to the format of me driving the car. It's just new house, new studio, new everything, as you guys can tell. So just getting used to it. Just getting, as you're getting older, it takes a little bit longer for you to get used to things. So either way, today I have a pretty good comparison. I come from a place just like you guys. I'm a fan. I'm not an automotive journalist. I think everybody knows that. And I enjoy all sorts of cars. I love regular internal combustion engines. I love electric cars. I really like them both. And today I want to compare three cars that I think are the top of the line, top of the class, that will paint a really good picture as to why I am going to suck Elon's D and get that Cybertruck. So the three cars that I'll be using is obviously the Cybertruck, but I'm going to be exclusively talking about the Cyber Beast. I don't give a fuck about the cheap options. That's for some other people to experience and enjoy and complain about and blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to be talking about the Rivian, the R1T, which is the one I have, but the quad motor. I don't have the quad motor. And the reason why I don't have that is because I got a Founders Edition, and those were only the 300-mile range ones. So I missed out on that one, but I'll talk about it. I know how a Rivian feels. I've lived with mine for over a year or whatever it is, and I really enjoyed myself with it. And the last one is something familiar, but something new. The Raptor R. I love the Raptor. You guys know I love the Raptor. I love the Raptor R. I think it's one of the coolest regular combustion engine cars that's out there. One of the greatest pickup trucks of all time. And the reason why I'm using the Raptor and not the TRX is because the Raptor R is supposedly better in every single way than the TRX. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to jump here and go like, whatever. I'm just using this as a comparison, and then you can grab your own points and make your own. So let's get started. Number one, obviously last week, Tesla announced that they were going to start delivering Cybertrucks, and I believe they're going to deliver 1,500 Cybertrucks from now until till the end of the year. And a lot of people already got emails saying, hey, you want to spec your Cybertruck? Let's give it a shot. So I'm not going to say anything, but let's just say fingers crossed. Let's see how fast it really comes. And hopefully it'll be as fast as your boy, because that'll be real quick. So let's see how quickly it gets here. And yeah, that's basically it. Tesla did that Cybertruck event. It took the world by storm. People loved it or people hated it. It caused people to leave Twitter. It caused other people to come out and say, I told you so. It caused some other people confusion and whatnot. One thing I need to say is, Elon came out with the Cybertruck press conference, and this is to defend my boy because he doesn't get enough of that. Elon came out with the Cybertruck and the pricing for the Cybertruck in 2019. Let's just say before the whole inflation thing happened and before everything became 3 times more expensive and before all the prices on everything went fucking to the moon. So let's also compare. My Raptor was $75,000. The Raptor R that we're talking about today starts at $104,000, $107,000. Okay? Just wanted to do that disclaimer. And let's get started with all of the points that make the Cybertruck such a sexy, appealing thing for me. Number one, it's got a bulletproof fucking body, guys. How desensitized are people that are just like, oh, whatever, that's whatever. I'm just gonna go. If you go to Mexico, if you go to Guatemala, if you go to Peru, if you go to Argentina, people pay a ton of money to buy bulletproof cars. Now I know the windows are not bulletproof, but the body already is. That is the most expensive part about making a car bulletproof. The windows are thicker and heavier, of course, and you're going to need to change the little motors that make the windows go up and down. But man, you got 85% of what's covered already bulletproof. I think that's incredible. And especially if you live in a place like me, like in LA, that's some scary shit, guys. That's some scary shit. You never know what homeless guy has what or what little stabby thing he's going to chase you with. And at least you have a Cybertruck to hide behind. And also, by the way, the cops in the movies that hide behind the doors of their cop cars, that's retarded. But now they can do it behind the doors of a Cybertruck, which is pretty cool, I think. So that's a big, easy point that I'm taking with the Cybertruck. Two, let's talk about the looks. Not a lot of people are going to agree with me here. Not a lot of people think the Cybertruck looks awesome. But personally, I really love the way the Rivian looks. Really, really like it. I think it's classy. I think it's new. I think it's fun. I think it puts a big smile on your face. I think it looks girly, but it also looks manly. I think it makes me look like I'm a person that goes to Silicon Valley all the time to pitch my great ideas, and people like it. So I really like the way the Rivian looks. And then on the other hand, I have the Raptor R, which I think it's one of the sexiest cars ever made. Traditionally speaking, I think that is the most appealing, easy on the eye car out of all of them, because you don't have to think much. You either like the Raptor already or you don't. That's it. The Raptor looks phenomenal. But the Cybertruck, dude, the Cybertruck is hitting me in the greatest spot right here in the heart, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I'm an 84 baby, December 84. So I watch all of the Schwarzenegger movies. I watch all of the Rambo movies. I watch all of the Will Smith movies. I watch all of the movies about the future. And this shit literally looks like the future from the past today. And even Elon is using it as his slogan, right? Like, oh, the future now finally looks like the way the future should look like. And I agree with that. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's different. And having the balls to grab something that's so traditional, all pickup trucks, including the Rivian, kind of look the same, and changing it and making it your own, I think it's one of the greatest value propositions I've ever had. So I am going to go with the Cybertruck. But again, you can't lose here. This is a matter of preference. To each their own. I really like the way the Cybertruck looks. I love crazy shit. I mean, you've seen my chrome Lamborghinis, my crazy shit. So in that sense, he's got me. He's got me, guys. Now let's talk about some specs real quick. Some stuff that really makes a big difference. Let's talk about a horsepower in the three cars, or the three trucks, if you will. Let's start with the Rivian quad motor. The Rivian quad motor has 835 horsepower, which is crazy. But guess what? The Cybertruck has 845, 10 horsepower more than the Rivian quad motor. So that puts it ahead, right? Because if we are only looking at numbers, guys, please. In here, we're only looking at numbers. What about people? I don't know why I started talking like this. At 845 horsepower, it puts it ahead of the competition. The Raptor R, sadly, only has 700 horsepower. And I can't believe I'm saying only has 700 horsepower in today's world. That's insane. Like, if you would have told me this when I was 19 years old, I would have been like, there's a pickup truck with 700 horsepower? There's no way. But yeah, there is fucking way. And that's incredible. The thing is how it translates into performance numbers, right? So now let's talk about 0 to 60s. The 0 to 60 on the Rivian is 3 seconds flat. That is insanity for a pickup truck. Insanity. The Raptor R is the slowest. Obviously, it's not electric, so it doesn't have like that entire amount of torque right at the beginning. So obviously, it's going to lose against these. And the Raptor R only does it in 3.7 seconds, which, by the way, it's still an obscene amount of time to get from 0 to 60. It's ridiculous that it's so fast. That's the Raptor R. But then going to the Cyberbeast. The Cyberbeast gets it done in 2.6 seconds. That's faster than an Aventador. That's faster than my Lamborghini Huracan. That's faster than pretty much any car out there. And it's crazy because it's like literally the metaphor I have. It's like the fattest lady that you know. Think about her running the fastest that you've ever seen. That's how fucking fast the Cybertruck is. That is something special. That is something crazy. I like fast. You guys know I always like to have the fastest cars out there. Even though now the fastest cars are not the craziest looking ones, but I do enjoy that 0 to 60, 0 to 100 speed. And because it's so easy to pass, so the Cybertruck was engineered for yours truly. I love it. Now let's talk about range. A lot of people complain about range, right? Range anxiety. Everybody knows the range anxiety on the EVs. The problem is everybody's grouping all EVs into one. But with Tesla, you don't really have that problem. There's many superchargers, infrastructures there. It's like Elon owns 15,000 gas stations, basically. And my guy is making sure that we can all charge. And also the Cybertruck, which is a huge point to its advantage, has V4 charging. In the V4 superchargers, you can actually charge way quicker. The rumor is that from 15 to 85%, you can get that charge in 18 minutes, which is fucking insane. 18 minutes. If you're doing a road trip, you're stopping at a gas station for at least 10, so it's an extra 8 minutes. So you can even take a crap if you feel like it, which is phenomenal. So having that in mind, the range on the quad motor Rivian is 328 miles. Now, I want to open a parenthesis here because Rivian does offer another version of this that is not the most extreme one that can do 420 miles. So in a way, yeah, Rivian can almost do it, but not with the fastest car that they have. So the fastest car that they have can do it in 328 miles, can do 328 miles on a single charge, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good. That's what I have in my Tesla right now. I did a road trip to Vegas and it was very decent. And the reason why it was decent is because I took the Tesla and the Tesla has charging everywhere and it's quick and it's easy. I would never take the Rivian on that long road trip. So that eliminates the Rivian instantly as my main daily driver just because of that reason. Right now, right here, for what we use the Rivian, we don't care. We charge it at home and whatnot. But if I were going to really drive and have to go to all these different places and do all these different road trips, I definitely take the Cybertruck over the Rivian. Now, obviously, the Raptor R is going to do better because it's a gas engine and you can get gas anywhere in the United States. And right now, gas is pretty cheap, if you ask me. So I did the math, and the Raptor R should give you about 430 miles per full tank. 430 miles. That's pretty damn good. But it's not 440 miles like the Cyber Beast can give you with the extended battery. Now, I know you got to buy the extended battery, and it's going to cost you $16,000 more. I don't give a fuck. I'll pay that. So I'll get mine with the extended battery range so that I can get those 440 sweet, delicious miles and really take advantage of it. And a lot of people are going to say, but Alejandro, you're going to lose space in the trunk. I don't give a fuck. I don't really use my cars like I'm not buying a pickup truck to go do the labor that a person that has a pickup truck does, right? I'm a Mexican guy that's a poser. So all I'm going to do is look cool and drive long ranges. And this is perfect for me. Now, getting a little bit more into technology and into different things, let's talk about rear wheel steering because it's a mega difference maker, guys. The Raptor R doesn't have it, and the Rivian doesn't have rear wheel steering. But the Cyber Beast does have rear wheel steering in 2 stages. Going from really low speeds, which you get opposite lock on the wheels, on the back from on the front. So if you make a right, then the wheel's going to turn left. And the reason why they do this, everybody knows, is so that you can make a U-turn way quicker than on anything else. So that makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. But what really gets me is the fact that it can do that above 40 miles an hour. It does exactly the opposite. And the front tires direct the rear tires. And that is Rolls-Royce quality shit. If you've never experienced this type of rear wheel steering, guys, telling you, it's one of the best fucking things out there. It makes the car swap lanes on the freeway like butter. And the thing is, it doesn't, because you don't have to correct it when you arrive at the lane and it already does it by itself. It won't give you this feeling. You know, when you swap lanes in your car and you get to the lane and then you finally settle and it gives you one of these? That's not going to happen in the Cybertruck because it's got that rear wheel steering. And I love that. The other thing that a lot of people don't seem to really know if they should like or not is the steering by wire, which I think is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I cannot wait to experience it. Now, a lot of people complain that it should not be added to a pickup truck, that it should just be on a car, on a sports car, but we'll see how that is. So the whole thing about steering by wire is it's making your steering wheel not being able to go past this, which is about 170 degrees, making all of the movements a little bit more nervous. I cannot have an opinion on this until I try it, but I love that it's new. I love that it's something we haven't seen yet. So I'm dying to test it out. And again, just a little bit more technology dropped into something that no one ever thought about adding into their car, into their pickup truck, into their anything. So I'll take it. This is used in jets, which is pretty damn cool. From there, I want to take you to Rivian, to safety. Safety is so important. And a lot of people don't realize this, but these Teslas are so safe. And the reason why they're so safe is simple, because they take all of the data from all of their crashes and they see how they deploy the airbags, how the seatbelt tighten on the person. And according by that data, they are able to make them better every single day. Every single day there's an accident in a car, you make it better, safer, and that honestly shows. Do you guys remember or know about the story about the dad that wanted to kill himself, that got his entire family in the car and off a cliff in Malibu, I believe, went down all the way down, crashed, obviously, but no one died. And now daddy's in jail because he tried to kill all of his family. That's how safe these cars are. If you would have seen that 20 years ago, everybody would have been turned into a pizza, period, or a falafel, whatever you want. Pizza, probably. So safety is another big plus for the Tesla, and the low center of gravity. That really helps when it comes to like flipping the car and all that good stuff. So safety wise, I don't know why not a lot of people are throwing more parties at Tesla for this, because when Volvo had it, when BMW had it, they were like, yes, we're the safest cars in the world. And no one talks about it, but Teslas are incredibly safe. Now let's talk about towing. Towing, you guys know Cybertruck. We saw it on the presentation. The Cybertruck's going to take it home. So I don't really care about that one because I'm not a tower, believe it or not. I know. You see me and you look at these rugged men and you're like, how is that guy not towing everything? Well, I'm not, believe it or not. So there's that. Autopilot. I'm sorry, the Rivian doesn't have autopilot, and the Ford Raptor R barely has piloting. I mean, but no, I mean, that's a big plus from Tesla. And the fact that Ford's own investment in autopilot has tanked and gone bankrupt, that tells you that they're going to at some point end up using, just like they will be using the superchargers, they're going to be using the autopilot from Tesla. But for right now, none of those cars have it. That's a feature that I really enjoy, and I don't care how much it costs. I always put it on my Teslas. Always. That's a must have. So you have a truck that looks like the future, that drives itself, that at some point is going to be able to pick you up drunk from a bar and take you home. That's a big yes for good old Alejandro. As far as the camera system goes, this is something that not a lot of people will understand because these are champagne problems. But dude, I'll tell you this from the Rivian point of view. The backup camera on the Rivian is kind of shitty. The backup camera on a Ford Raptor R is shit. The one in old Teslas is fucking crisp. So all of the camera views that you get on the Tesla, I'm assuming that the Cybertruck's going to do the same, because why the fuck would it be less than any other car? And they look incredible. They're crisp. They're responsive. They're ready for you. You can use them for your blind spots. It's incredible. So as far as cameras go, Cybertruck's going to take it all day, every day. As far as the interface, digital interface that goes, Ford last place, not my favorite. If you guys have had the chance to deal with the big screen, the new big screen that Ford has, it's still shit. It doesn't matter how they slice it or dice it. It's garbage. The one on the Rivian is pretty good. It's pretty nice, but it's nothing compared to what Tesla software can do. It's quicker. It's responsive. It's fast. It's snappy. I'm sure the processor in that fucking computer is way bigger than anything else we've had in any other car. Because legitimately what you can do with the screens of a Tesla, and specifically the ones on the Cybertruck, delightful. Now, something that not a lot of people talk about is the sound system. The sound system in Teslas is incredible. If you've never had a chance to get in a Tesla and just put whatever tune you really like and turn it all the way up, you're missing out. I used to get high as fuck in my Model X after smoking a blunt and just listening to music. It was an experience of its own. Model X, Model S, Model 3, Model Y, best sound systems in the game. And I'm 99% certain the Cybertruck will do the same, because why the fuck wouldn't it? I'm just saying the the sound system in the Ford sounds like you bought a jukebox and put it inside of the truck and it's playing somewhere around the speakers. And on the Rivian, it's pretty good too. I'll say that. It's not as good as the Tesla, but it's up there. It's pretty damn good if you've never experienced a Rivian sound system either. I'll say they do a great job. Now, the keys. I know that not to a lot of people it's not important, like the key and turning on your car from a distance and being able to do all that stuff. But to me, it is, because I've had electric cars for a long time, Rivian and Teslas, and I hate that I need to pull out my key for anything else. I hate it with a passion. I hate that I cannot preheat the car, pre-warm it up, pre-make it cool, that I can't do any of those things. I like the fact that I can do this on my phone, and I can do it on the Rivian, and I can do it on the Tesla. So those two are going to get an equal grade as far as I'm concerned. The Ford, you've seen the shitty ass Ford key, and I'm sure some people are going to tell me there's an app for Ford. Yeah, it's not the same thing. So key wise, they're going to take it. Also, the tonneau, which is the cover for the bed. The Raptor, I believe it doesn't come with one. You need to buy one, so that's out of the game. The Rivian, I believe a lot of people has had some problems with it, and now they're fixing them. Mine has never had a problem. I think it's fantastic. It looks great. It works great. But the one in the Cybertruck can take 300 pounds on top of it, which I think it's mind-boggling for something automatic that's on rails that's so wide. 300 fucking pounds. You can put the fattest lady you know and go down on her while she's sitting on the fucking bed of your truck. And I know a lot of you guys are into weird shit, so probably this is going to be a plus for a lot of you guys. Fucking weirdos. The one thing where the Rivian does beat the Tesla, and I got to be honest with you, it's the fun storage that it has. Like that side storage behind the seats on the back, and in front of the actual flatbed, incredible. I love that. I think it's a great storage place. It's fantastic. I think it's the only thing where the Rivian is like, and you can compare the Cybertruck to it. These are all the reasons why I want to get a Cybertruck. That, and honestly, just look at them. They're so stupid looking. I love that. I love that. So either way, my name is Alejandro Solomon, and these are all the reasons why I'm getting a Cybertruck and I'm getting rid of my Rivian, although I will keep investing in Rivian because I legitimately think Rivian, aside from Tesla and the Chinese companies, is the only other EV maker that has a chance at making it big, that's done it right, and that can actually scale their production and get into new markets. That's what I'm going to say today. Now, because this is a live Let's Talk About Cars show, I'm going to talk to you guys right here on the chat. To everybody that's listening, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We're motherfucking back, baby. Let's go. And hope you're great. All right. Take it easy. Let's answer questions from the chat. Thoughts on the new Lambo? What new Lambo are we talking about? You bring that Rivian in here to sell? What? How's California? California is okay. I still haven't gotten used to it. I'm a little homesick. I miss my house, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Given the Cybertruck most powerful version is at $100,000 and the Lightning Platinum isn't a sports version, do you suspect Ford replacing it to compete with the Cybertruck? No, I just don't think a lot of people understand that Ford just can't do what Rivian does or what Tesla's doing. As far as range, as far as charging, as far as technology, they're just on a completely different level. I don't think you're going to see anything that competes with these brands, legacy brands, in a very long time. That's how I think. How much have you lost on the Huracan? Probably around, I did the math. I thought it was 100 grand, but it's not because they're still hot. So probably with taxes and everything, about 60 grand, 70 grand, which it's okay. Don't sell out the Rivian. I am going to sell out the Rivian. I'm sorry. Send the Raptor to Hennessy. I also don't like aftermarket stuff in my cars. You guys know why. I mean, if I would have only put a clear bra on my Senna that burned down, not because of me, I would have never gotten paid back. So I think, no. Now that you're in LA, are you getting the old gang back together? I don't know what you mean by the old gang back together, but I'm going to see some friends. I've seen Ivan. I want to see Avi. I want to see how he's doing. All of that good stuff. Everyone wants a Cybertruck. Going to have to wait a long time if you haven't already ordered. Tesla is known for under-delivering. I think this time around, you're going to be surprised as to how many Cybertrucks are going to be producing next year. I mean, the fact is they're almost close to 2 million cars production a year. When they started, it was like 30 or 40,000 cars. So they've scaled their production really nicely. And obviously, when you're innovating and creating a brand new sector and coming out with brand new products that no one else has, shit's going to take longer. I'm actually amazed. I'm actually really amazed by how many people are so spoiled. There's no other way of saying it. It's like when you order something, and this is also a reason why I don't want to sell merch anymore. We do have the hats, but that's it. And the reason why is everybody's expecting that Amazon-like service that you get it the next day when Amazon is losing billions of dollars doing that. Like a poor guy like myself, I can't compete with that. And I think the same thing has happened with everyone in cars. When Elon Musk is like, when people are telling Elon Musk, oh, he hasn't even completed the autopilot. No one's ever done that. No one. What in the fuck is in people's heads? So I feel like we're a little too spoiled. Elon said supercharging would have been a multi-billion-dollar company if he split it from Tesla at the start. Do you see him still doing it and maybe rebranding it like he did with X? I don't know if there's a need for him to do it, but I gotta say, I've always thought that. But at the same time, he's consolidating all energy into Tesla, right? Because he's fixing the grid everywhere in the United States. So I think the company's going to get to a certain place where you just want to make more money, creating more IPOs, taking more companies public. And if I were him, I'd do it in the future. But also, he has so much fucking money. Does it really matter to him? I don't know. Whereas to me, I would make as many branches of my company public as possible. But that's because I'm a fucking loser and he's not. So I don't know. I do not know. But I would. I mean, just think about it. He's got all of the brand new gas stations in the world. Like he owns most of them and the best ones. Think about that. That's crazy. Any chance we'll see the Cybertruck taking the Sterrato for some off-roading fun? I don't know if we'll do the off-roading fun. Maybe if we go to the salt flats, I would probably do it there. Listen, I like off-roading. I enjoy it on fucking piece of shit cars, whatever. I'm not taking my Lambo. I've gone off-roading. You break shit all the time. You break the axle. You break the underneath of the car. You break different things. I didn't buy the Sterrato to do that. I didn't. But I feel like if we go to the salt flats, that'd be cool. And also having the Rivian pull it would be, the Cybertruck pull it would be so sick. So that might be done. Might be done. Will you make the Cybertruck a business vehicle? Due to its weight, you can basically take a write-off on depreciation. All cars that are above a certain amount of pounds, I can't remember what they are, but I believe Range Rovers qualify too, Rolls-Royce Cullinans qualify too. Yeah, I am. I'm going to take advantage of all the tax incentives I can, because why the fuck not? If it did it and removed Tesla name from supercharging, I am 100% convinced all legacy manufacturers won't hesitate to incorporate into their network and monopolies created. But that's already happened. Yeah, he's already put them in a place where they can't do anything else but use his chargers. So now they've all announced that next year, starting 2024, they're all going to be using Tesla's chargers. And the ones that are not will. You'll see. I mean, this is something that we saw coming when? 2015? It's been so long. Before you left, what's up, Yuval? How you doing, buddy? Before you left California to Texas, you said that your dream was to meet Elon Musk. Did you? No, I have not met my guy. I was thinking, all I need is a hug from Elon. What the fuck am I going to talk to Elon Musk about? He's the fucking smartest person in the world. And I have nothing to offer to that conversation other than, can I just give you a hug? But I'd love to meet him. I'd love to meet him. The Cybertruck is so dope. I don't care what haters say. Me too, Pierre. I agree with you. Have you seen the matte black Cybertruck? Oh my God, stealth fighter. Yeah, I believe that's how I'm getting it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Tesla proved that they can deliver, yet analysts in Wall Street still doubt him. It's crazy. I don't think they doubt him. I think they're just trying to sabotage him as much as possible. It got out of hand. It got out of hand. No one believed the dude. No one. No one. Everybody laughed at him. And the problem is they tried to let him fail, but he didn't. And once he didn't, it got too big for them to stop. I really think so. I think that's the problem. Russ Gerber, investor, says that Elon is neglecting Tesla, destroying the brand. Russ Gerber is a fucking moron. A moron. Have you seen his takes on X? He's retarded. He's fucking retarded. Neglecting Tesla. I am on it, baby. Tesla's rolling out the Cybertruck like they were Ferrari. And you know, Uncle Salo, you always lay over stickers somehow. How are you getting around it? No, they took away the no sale clause. They took it out. It's removed from the contract. So now you can flip your Cybertruck if you want to. So that's doable. And I know because I know a few friends that are dealers are getting one and they were like, fuck. And now they're excited again. But yeah, they removed that from the contract unless something changes. But as of right now, they changed it. Either way, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I didn't do this video in a car like I wanted to, but I promise you, I'll start very soon. All right. And by very soon, I'm hoping tomorrow, but we'll see how long Sergio, who's really lazy, hopefully he's not watching, can edit this. I was late. Did I miss the Hummer EV? Wasn't being included in the comparison. I don't think you can include the Hummer EV because the Hummer EV is more of a showpiece. I don't think that thing works quite well in all senses. I think it's really fucking cool, to be honest with you. But I don't know if you can include the Hummer EV on this comparison. Although, if you guys want, I can take Belen and pretend that we're going to get her the Hummer EV. She might freak out and cry. Thoughts on crypto recently? Fucking pump. There's a lot of liquidity in the system. So it was meant to happen. I got on when the war in Israel started. What were your thoughts on the 9/11 drag race? I really like that. I mean, how can you not shit on them fully and do what he did, right? With that. I don't know if you guys saw the release, the press release, and also the event, and also the many videos that have come out, how the Cybertruck was racing in 9/11, but the Cybertruck was also pulling a 9/11 and still beat it. It was art. It's like Elon understands. Like, if Elon was a car vlogger, he would be the best car vlogger in the world. Yeah, the inefficiency of the Hummer is unfathomable. I agree, Darren. It's a gigantic piece of shit, but it's also the coolest piece of shit in the world. Like, I want one, but I wouldn't buy it thinking this is going to be my everyday car. I know it's not going to work a lot of times, you know? So, yeah. Either way, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate you. I'll be seeing you more, and we'll be back to the regular uploads very soon. All righty. Take care.